Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Could you confirm if you could hear me, if you can hear me, please?
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
evening.
All right, great, great, great.
Can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Good
All
evening,
right,
ma'am.
great. Request you to keep yourself on mute as of now, and any questions that you have, just feel free to type it in the chat box and we'll address them. I'd like to invite Neeraj Gupta. Neeraj, if you're there, could we have you on camera, please?
Hey, yeah, Shruti, hi. Sorry, there's the bandwidth is pretty low. I'm
All right.
working remote, so
Okay, fine.
hence I may not be able to enable the camera if that is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
There
Not
may
a
be some
problem.
distortions.
Not a problem.
I
That's fine.
lost you. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, Neeraj, I can hear you.
Just give me a second.
You're also audible, Shruti.
All right.
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry.
All right,
Sorry. Some bandwidth issue. Pardon me for that.
no problem. Very good evening to everybody here. It's great to see so many people come here to attend the session. Neeraj specializes in technical recruitments at Cotiviti. Cotiviti is a company we have been closely working with. We have our students also working there now. We have placed some of our students there as well. So we thought it will be a really nice experience for all of you to understand more about this company, how the company is growing and what are the prospects in Cotiviti for you. So this could be one of the companies that you could be working on when you finish your data science bootcamp. Neeraj, I would request you to introduce Cotiviti, take us through the kinds of work that Cotiviti does, and then we'll take a few questions.
Sure, Shruti. Hello, everyone. Thanks for your time. Thank you for joining. My name is Neeraj Gupta. I'm with Cotiviti. Currently, I've been with Cotiviti for the past 4.5 years now. So started my journey in 2017 with Cotiviti. So yeah, I would like to thank Shruti and Deepika and rest of the team members for having me here. Had a great time. We have had some fruitful relations with the Odin School. Have had some good folks from there. So I'll just quickly run you through what Cotiviti is like. So Cotiviti, we basically are a US healthcare data analytics company. So we are leading healthcare solutions and analytics company. We are headquartered in the US. We have around 7,000 employees globally, with operations in US, India, Nepal, Canada. So we are rapidly growing. We in India, like we have operations in Hyderabad, Pune, and now we have our operations in Coimbatore. So we have around roughly around 2,300 plus employees currently in India. So a little bit more about the company. So as I said, like we play a leadership role in helping the US healthcare system undergo positive transformations through advanced data analytics and their intelligent applications. We've been in the business for more than 2 decades now. We have a retail division also, but majorly into healthcare. So we work with around more than 180 healthcare payers in the US market. Our primary clients are healthcare insurance companies, including US government payers. Now, Cotiviti as a company, we focus on improving the financial and quality performance of our client, mainly through data analytics. In healthcare, this means taking in billions of clinical and financial data points, analyzing them, helping our clients discover ways they can improve their efficiency and quality. So ideally, we provide payment accuracy solutions for our clients, which in simple language means, I mean, we help our clients save billions and billions of dollars through in omitting healthcare waste, abuse, and low cost, low value care exist within our solutions. Uh, Talking about our healthcare clients, we work with some of the major names like Aetna, Anthem, Cigna. On the retail side, we have companies like Walmart, Amazon that we work with. I'll just quickly also tell you a little bit about our core values that drives us. So mainly we are customer driven, meaning our customers and challenges are our challenges. Their success are our success. We are accountable for our own decisions. We collaborate. Our employees and our customers are one team, so we collaborate that way, and we are open about our relationships. We value internal and external relationships. Our relationships are built on integrity and understanding. So coming to the various teams that we have. So ours is a captive company. When I say captive, it means everything is in-house. So we have our own R&D, which develops all the application that is utilized in the company. So these may be Java, .NET, SQL developers, testers, DevOps. We have our own infra support team, which comprises of server administrator, security analyst, DevOps production. This may not mean a lot to you, but just walking you through few of the positions that we hire. So we also hire medical coders, doctors, auditors. So medical coders are people who basically translate, physician's report into useful medical codes. Auditors who are mainly into auditing, billing, receivable kind of activities. Other than that, when I come to the analytics part, we have BI development team, insights and reporting team, AI operational platform team, which is majorly focused on machine learning solutions, analytics team, which works closely with our clients in building solutions, analytical solutions for our clients. Um, when I Let me focus more onto the analytical side of it, the analytics team that we hire for. So this may be more specific to your institute. We have hired folks for AI and analytics team recently from Auden School. So we have various data analysts, business analysts, data scientists, and specifically when it comes to a few other teams, we hire some associate engineers. These are basically both lateral and freshers. Freshers meaning who have just completed BE or any other graduation and been trained on analytics, or somebody lateral who has had some experience, industry experience, and moved into analytics. So I'll just talk about the business analyst and data analyst that we hire for the analytics team. So what they do exactly. So business analysts are mainly responsible for designing, building, maintaining reports. Now they are into data management, report preparation for clients. They analyze complex data in order to identify and interpret trends and patterns out of the data. They develop recommendation insights based on this, which ultimately accelerates growth and profitability for our clients. They build performance analytic solutions for our business and client teams. So these teams work closely with our business and client teams. They communicate insights and consult client teams on recommended actions. Various tools and techniques are utilized in this for this purpose. And when it comes to the expectation that we have from a team, from a candidate, so we mainly look for somebody who's analytically very strong, who has strong problem solving skills, uh, very good acumen to visualize, convey complex ideas in a very lucid manner. They should be individual contributor, should have the ability to work independently. So, and given the captive setup, we are constantly trying to upgrade the technology. So they should be able to adapt, on the newest and changing technologies. And when it comes to data sets, yes, they work on large data sets. So yes, I mean, eventually you'll be required to work on larger data sets for our clients. And this will also require you to, given the current pandemic situation, yes, people will be working remote, and since you are collaborating with global teams, there will be some overlap with the US time CST timings that you'll be required to work on. So when it comes to tools required for this role, the team majorly uses SQL, Python, and our Tableau and advanced Excel for the work. This is mostly on the data and business analyst working on reporting and other business and analytics side. We also, I'll talk a little bit about the AI platform team, wherein we had data scientists and associate engineers. So this engineers, data associate engineers that we had, they work closely with the data scientists, analysts, and building machine learning solutions. Similarly, for the BI development team that we require, we look for somebody with strong basics in SQL and Python, strong logical and analytical skills, Tableau. Uh, these people would also be exposed to big data technologies like Hadoop, Hive, PySpark framework. So they may be required to have, if you have some knowledge on big data technologies, Hadoop framework, that is an advantage for us. Uh, and if I talk about the R&D, we have full stack developers that we hire. So somebody with strong Java and analytical skills would come in handy for that role. So a little bit about the interview and selection process. So we recently started something called Academy, Cotiviti Analytics Academy, wherein we have hired many people who have been trained on data science technologies, data analytics tools. So we basically take these people, train them for 4 or 5 months, then we deploy them. They go live, meaning they start interacting with the clients, work on clients data after 4 months of regressive training. So for which the basic thing is we start with a written test, which consists majorly of I mean, analytical questions, reasoning, and English. These three areas is what we focus on, because this role will require you, once you go live, yes, wow, we need somebody with good analytical and communication skills. You will be working independently after the training period, so you should be able to uh, handle clients end to end. That is what is expected from a candidate after the training period. So you have a written test wherein you are assessed on these following areas, mainly analytical, English, reasoning. For a lateral, we also go through something, a basic case study round. Somebody with 1 or 2 years of experience, if they have, we have them take a case study. So this case study would require them to use Excel or any other tool to analyze the data. And this is a time bound test wherein we see how well a person can analyze the data, present the data as if it is for a client in that specific amount of time. Yes, the case study, if you are giving more time, yes, you would draw a lot of insights of that day out of the data. But in that particular time frame, let's say 1 or 2 hours, how well would you be able to do? That is what we assess in a candidate. That is for a lateral candidate, somebody with 2 or 3 years of experience. But for a fresher, maybe I believe a lot of people in this on this call are uh, freshers who have completed the graduation and have undergone boot camp or training on analytics. So for them, yeah, these three areas that we assess on, majorly analytical, reasoning, and we take an online test assessing you on all these areas. And after that, you have 2 level of technical interviews by our panel, wherein we discuss various scenario based questions on that. We do not expect you to be thorough on any of the tools. See, tools, it may, you may eventually learn that, but problem solving skills and ability to think on the feet at the go is what we look for. So 2 round of interviews, we assess that capability in a candidate, and then we close it with a HR discussion. So yes, somebody with strong analytical and problem solving skills are kind of things that we look for in a candidate, along with your tools experience. Um, spoke to you about the CA, the Cotiviti Academy that we are currently. The hiring is still. I mean, we had few people join from your institute previously, and they're doing good currently. And yeah, they're undergoing a training. So that's the, as I said, there is 4 months of training post, which I mean there are regular assessment. You're trained by various team members occasionally on various things. They help you understand. So healthcare, I mean the data, the understanding of data is very important. So they help you understand the data, how to approach. I mean there is specific trainings on various tools. So all these things are there, and they then start working on reports, interacting with clients after they go live after 4 years of 4 months of training. If I am to talk about the salary structure, it may vary between 5 to 7 lakhs per annum. There is some bonus that is paid on every half yearly basis for the same. Uh, Yeah, I think in terms of if I have to give you a career path in the company, yes, you start as a associate, then in 1 or 2 years, based on the performance, you are promoted as a business analyst, then a senior business analyst, wherein you mentor the incoming people and you handle multiple clients end to end. So yes, I mean overall, this is what the picture looks like, and we as the analytics team is mainly focused on helping our clients increase their profitability in building solutions for them, and simultaneously, yes. Ultimately, yes, I mean it provides you a good career path for sure. Yes, and we are also, the analytics team is exploring a lot in terms of using incorporating more R and Python in automating a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, anything, hi, Shruti, if people have any questions, uh, I'll be very happy to answer that.
Thank you for helping us understand the philosophies at Cotiviti and how Cotiviti works, especially as regards to the selection process and the basic structure in which the data analytics cannot work. I think most of the requirements that you mentioned, like Python, SQL, Tableau, all these other things that are included in the boot camp. So that's one good news for our candidates. So we do have a few questions coming up. Okay, so we have Sunil Jha. Can you show us manual selection process? Sunil, I really don't know. I don't understand what that question means. If you could elaborate the question a little bit, we can answer that better. Okay, so does Cotiviti give an opportunity to people with some gaps in their career, like somebody has taken a sabbatical or has been on leave for family reasons or whatever?
Yes, yes. I mean, there's no restrictions at all. I believe, I mean, people should be given opportunity. Sometimes I mean, this is a general mindset of philosophy. I mean, people go with saying, okay, we should go with somebody with technical background. But I have seen people, even with somebody with let's say B Pharma biotech people perform well, or a mechanical person, somebody with mechanical BE grad perform well in the analytics field. So I mean, it's, see, when it comes to tools, yes, you can learn the tools, but I mean, your problem solving skills, your thinking capability, these things matter more. I mean, tools, yes, you can eventually learn, you do some courses, you learn, but these things also matter. Yes, I mean, to answer the question, yes, we do entertain. I mean, we do hire people with career gap,
Yeah, so
provided you clear the day.
right. So there are two things you highlighted. One is you do give opportunities to people with career gap, and secondly, that you do consider people who are from non-IT and non-tech backgrounds as well. Right? All of
Yes,
them have an equal opportunity as long as they're able to clear the technical test and 2 rounds of technical interviews that you spoke about.
correct.
Right. So Sebi Verghese wants a little bit of elaboration on what you actually mean when you say analytical skills and problem solving skills.
See, there are things that you can develop over the period of time. When I say analytical skills, yes, I mean, you're given a scenario, we should be able to think on your feet. You should have strong problem solving skills. Okay, so tools, yes, I mean, I've been repeating the same. The tools you learn it, but I mean to say mostly analytical skills, because when you go live, you are with a client. You may have your mentor or a manager in the background, but you should have the understanding of the data. You should be able to think on the feet, give recommendations. Uh, Maybe, I mean, if you have to analyze the data quickly and derive insight out of it, you should be able to do that. So that comes with obviously, once you have understood the data, the healthcare data, whatever it is, you should be able to understand. But yes, moreover, I mean, good analytical skills mainly means you should be able to solve problem on the feet, right? So some people, yes, I have seen people get very nervous when they are with the clients. Even I'm a little nervous when I'm talking now, but then yes, people do get very nervous, and they kind of, because when you're at a client, I mean, you don't have room for that. That is why you have rigorous training on various things. So yes, you should be able to think on your feet. That does come with some, you make mistakes, you learn, and then that comes with that. But yes, good problem solving skills are important for the role.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you were to prioritize, probably problem solving and analytical skills would be on top of the list when
Correct,
you're
correct.
looking to hire people, right? This applies to
Right.
both freshers and to experienced people.
Correct.
Um,
Like, let's say, for
no-
example, when we are giving a test on the SQL, the logic should be strong. I mean, the syntax, you may refer Google, you can correct the syntax, but logic is something. Even
right,
this is same for programming as well. When you are hiring a full stack developer, it's how could you optimize the code, right? So that is what is more important.
right. So we have another question by
Ma'am, I
Shri.
have one question.
Um, who's speaking, please?
This is Swami here.
Could you type
Karthika
the
Swami.
question in, please?
Yeah, ma'am.
So that'll make it easier for us. In the meanwhile, we'll take another question. So Shrivani is asking if one has experience that is not relevant to data science or probably not relevant to the domain, will that experience still be considered?
When you say yes, I mean, see, we would look at if there is like, we may not be able to take you as a lateral hire, but yes, we may consider you for the analytics, the academy batch that we have. Yes, I mean, yeah, unless somebody has a relevant experience, let's say 2 3 years of relevant experience, and they have undergone some upskilling and then applying for the role, we may consider them for the lateral position. But again, we come across people who are not used to solving that kind of problem, so we take them as for our CA batch that we call academic batch.
Right. So basically, it depends on how they're performing in the test and how they're
Correct,
able to
correct,
evaluate their skill level, right?
correct, correct.
Okay, great. So do experienced professionals also have to go through the written test, or is it directly the technical interview that they have to attend?
No, everybody will have to go through the written test. That will give us an understanding. There's a benchmark, there's a cutoff that is set. In We have a set of questions which assesses your analytical skills. I mean, these are aptitude questions that we are talking
Right.
about. There's a time frame for that. So that gives an idea. That gives. I mean, again, we have people who are interviewers. These people are working, so they may not don't get me wrong, and I'm not being blunt, but that they do not have a lot of time interviewing people. But yeah, that's the way they shortlist, and they get an understanding of where a person stands in terms of various factors, be it the analytical reasoning and their English capability.
Right. So Neeraj, this is to get a fundamental understanding. It's a general question, but it applies here as well. Is there a primary difference in the skill sets that you look for in a written test and a face-to-face technical round? And if you could elaborate on what are the skill sets that are actually evaluated in a written test as opposed to in the technical face-to-face round?
So, if I have to talk about, let's say, if I'm hiring a person with 2 or 3 years of experience, right? I would first give them a case study. This is something which will require you to work on a business problem, analyze the data, derive insights. This is an hour or 2 hour long test. Okay, so ideally what we give them is 1.5 hours to complete the test. The case study, yes, it is subjective. You may use Tableau or any other visualization tool to visualize. The analysis matters, how well you have understood the data, right? The ability to think on your feet and apply, analyze the data, present the insights. Okay, now some people, yes, if you give them a day, they may do a lot of analysis, give us a lot of insights out of the data. But then yes, we are looking for somebody who are able to present, analyze, visualize, and give us that. I mean, yes, it may differ from person to person, but then yes, there's a minimum thing that we'll be looking at, your understanding of that problem, right? If how well you have understood the problem and derive the insights out of the data. You should be clever enough to. It is a little puzzling also, wherein you have to omit some redundant data. You'll have to the data may not. You have to clean the data in simple manner. So this applies for somebody who has experience, right? Some 2 or 3 years of relevant experience. This person has to go through this. If I mean somebody who doesn't have relevant experience, we generally go have them take a written test, which comprises. It's a 45 minutes long test. It's a basic aptitude test, if I have to put it simply. I mean, yes, the questions are a little tricky, a little puzzling, but yes, it'll give us an understanding of your analytical capability and um, your communication English speaking capability, vocabulary, and few other things are tested on that, and hence based on that we shortlist and move ahead.
Right. Okay. The next question would be, does Cotiviti also have a data engineering department? Are there jobs related to data engineering as well?
Yeah, we have a data engineering team which focuses which has mainly works on big data technologies. So they require somebody with good experience. Say they basically require Hadoop developer, somebody with a good PySpark or experience in Kafka, Spark streaming, Hive. So I mean, when I talk about data analytics team, they also have some part to play when it comes to usage of Hive, because Hive and Python and yeah, ultimately the database side of it is Hadoop. Okay, so a business analyst or a data analyst also would be exposed to Hive. Yes, when you talk about data engineering, yes, we have a data engineering team who basically they look for somebody with a mix of some Java programming experience and experience in Hadoop big data technologies.
Right. Um, okay. So, Neeraj, in general, because you have been with Cotiviti for quite some time now, and you have a good understanding of how the data science um, market in market is improving over the years. Can you help us understand how the growth prospects would be for somebody who's transitioning into data science or looking to kickstart their career in data science in the next 3 to 5 years? What is the kind of career growth they can expect?
I mean, yes, you have good career prospects on that. See, um, again, at Cotiviti, we have few data scientists. Majority of them are based out of the US. We have the analytics team, wherein majority of them are business analysts. So this is something. I mean, that will business analysts basically they. Work on analyzing data, deriving insights. Yes, the only thing is that they are not doing is building models, right? Now everybody may not be cut out for a pure data scientist role, but then yes, you definitely have a good career prospects. Great. I mean, it is growing. I mean, the market, everything is based on data today. So some bit of experience, some understanding of the data is definitely will help you grow exponentially in this area. Yes, I mean, at the next step for a data scientist, yes, you upskill in terms of the tools. You learn, I mean, you get hands on with R and Python, and you are doing end to end, right? So starting with cleaning up of the data, analyzing them, getting insights from the out of the data, building models. So you become a complete package for a client, and you have like, I mean, n number of opportunities open in the market. And I don't have to talk about the pay. The pay definitely is great for the
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
Right. So pay brings me to the next question. So if you're recruiting freshers or experienced people, will the package be same?
Yeah, pay. We basically started, as I said, like around 5 to 7 lakhs per annum, which is decent, I would say, in the market.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely, very much so.
and
Yeah.
we also give them some retention bonus that is paid to them over the period of 2 years. So every half yearly, we pay them 50,000 rupees as a bonus. And on completion, yes, they have their usual yearly hikes on completion of the first year, second year, and on and on. Yeah.
All right.
So we start at that level, and yes, we do give them good hikes per the performance. Yes.
Sure. And what about people who come with some experience?
See, experience that varies. As we are not, we are a mid-sized company. We definitely are not very big. But then, yes, we look at their. Uh, we have the free hand to look at where they stand in terms of our internal team members. Yeah, once we grow once the team is very big, we may not have the flexibility to do that. But now we look at the internal parity, and then accordingly the CTC varies. So it may be anywhere between 12 to 15 for 3 to 5 years of experienced people. These are for the data and business analyst. Yes, it may come down depending on. It's not that okay, somebody has 3 years of industry experience. That doesn't mean that he may be paid, let's say, 12 LPA or more than that. But yes, we have the flexibility of assessing the person's performance and then paying him or her
That's
accordingly.
that's great. That's kind of above the market standard,
Hmm.
if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I mean, you have a few very good companies. Yeah, a lot of analytics companies pay at the same on par or more than that.
Right,
But that's very decent, I would say.
right. So we have a lot of questions regarding the notice period, especially for working professionals. They
Yes,
have to serve a notice period.
right.
So what is your take on that?
We would definitely invite folks with notice period. I would rather hire somebody, but then only thing is like, see, you have to understand that in our kind of setup, when it's a product company, let's say if I have one head count, so if I hire somebody with 3 months notice, I have only one head count. I cannot offer more than one. It so happens it has happened a lot wherein a person after taking the offer goes about interviewing for multiple. I'm not generalizing it. A lot of people are the committed to one particular opportunity, but they go about looking for different opportunities, negotiating on the current offer, and we get surprises after 2.5 months, which brings us back to
Understand.
ground zero, wherein we have to start the process. And in the meanwhile, see, it cannot be the company doing the other way around. I cannot interview, and tomorrow, in the end of 2.5 months, I can come to you and say, hey man, I have gotten another person with a lesser CTC, so I'm revoking your offer. I don't like. We cannot do that, right?
Right,
So
right.
I would definitely welcome somebody with 3 months notice. People have joined us, but then we have seen a lot of cases in which case the hiring managers get a little skeptical because they are already a little burdened with the work. So I mean, then generally they look for people with lesser notice period. That is a scenario. We try to omit this gap wherein we want to avoid surprises from the candidates.
Yeah. But then that wouldn't mean that you only look at candidates with
No.
who can
So
immediately join.
we have hired people with 3 months notice. Yes, we do that. But then only, yes, I mean, people are committed. Yes, I'm not saying that no, not everybody does that. People do come. They are committed to the role. They come and join us after 3 months.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I mean, we do hire people with 3 months. But
Yeah.
yes, the general scenario is, some people, most of the hiring managers, they want to go for people with lesser than 3 months notice period. Only because of this reason, because ultimately they are the ones. The team is the one suffering in the end.
Right, right. Neeraj, how important are communication skills in your process of hiring? If somebody, let's say somebody is technically very, very competent and does really well in the written test and the case analysis and all, but it's slightly short on the communications part. So what are the opportunities that these kind of people have?
Communication does play a major role. given like our setup wherein you have to communicate with clients who are in the US, the companies, the clients are in the US. So it is important you should be able to convey the message, right? You have the proper understanding. If you're unable to explain, that becomes a bottleneck sometimes, which I've seen people grow into it initially. Yes, they may not be able to, but it is important. Yes, that is important. But then again, we do not reject somebody just based on that. We welcome them. Maybe we may not, the person may not go live or may not start interacting with clients immediately. We may put him in a different team which doesn't require a lot of interaction, but eventually, yes, over the period of time, the person grooms himself and bring himself up to speed.
Right. I think that's fair, Udai, and I hope that answers your question. So communication skills are important because a lot of Codevity's work has to do with communicating with clients. But then if you're technically really good, then you will have some time to groom yourself before you go to the client-facing roles. There are other teams that you can work with. So the next question is about, okay, so when you say experienced, so you spoke about Cotiviti doing a lot of work with the healthcare industry of the US, right? So is it necessary for somebody to come from some background that has to do something with healthcare or financial?
No, absolutely not. We have applicants. The domain may differ. The understanding of data will take some time. The person whosoever joins, he or she is given the business related training as to what the business is and what are the kind of data. So that takes time for you to understand. The domain doesn't may not matter a lot. But yes, I mean, you are given the required training, and over the period of time, you upskill yourself on that data, you get the understanding of that, and you start working on the same.
Right. So Neeraj, you mentioned training period, right? 3 to 4 months of training that they go through before
Correct.
they go live.
Correct.
So during this training period, are they full-time employees? Are they interns, or how
No,
are
they are a full-time employees.
they are full-time employees?
Yeah.
Okay, and they'll be working on the same CTC, right?
Yes, they work on the same CTC.
Yeah. So Ritu, so there is no differential payment during the training period and after that. So once you're taken on board Cotiviti, then a CTC is fixed, and that is what you get from the first month, although you'll be in training for 3 to 4 months. Neeraj, is that right?
Correct. In fact, I mean, the retention bonus that is paid, even that is paid to you because there are assessments during the training period. We evaluate them based on the performance, how they perform on the assessment, and the bonus is given even at that period of time.
Right. There was a question about bond or a service agreement. Could you throw some light on that, Neeraj?
Yeah, for the analytics batch, the academy batch that we have, there is a bond which says it's a 2-year bond. Basically, the retention bonus that is paid to a candidate over the period of 2 years. If a person leaves before 2 years, the person has to pay back the amount, not the salary, the bond amount or the retention bonus that is paid.
Fair enough. So they don't lose anything. They only have to return the bi-yearly bonus that they get.
Bonus that is right. But yes, we do expect people to work for 2 years. In fact, more than that. But then yes, for any specific reason, unavoidable, if a person has to leave, that is what is required.
That's fair enough. Yes. So Ratnateja, does Cotiviti recruit machine learning only? I don't know. I think Neeraj just clarified that there are different roles, data analytics being one of the major one, and not necessarily machine learning, right, Neeraj?
Correct.
Yeah. So there are other technologies. He spoke about Python, R. So it's not only machine learning. There are multiple roles and different technology requirements for each of that. So Neeraj, are you working from home or is coming to office mandatory now?
Currently I'm at home, but yes, we are following a hybrid model. But somebody who has joined as a part of CAA, that is academic batch, they are required to be in office. Unless, I mean, yes, we do understand if there is some pandemic situation again wherein people are there's increase in spike in cases. Yes, we do not hesitate people to be at home and work remote, but they are expected to be at base location and work, so that it makes us easy for us in case of, let's say, if there is as small as a device problem, a laptop problem, it's easy to replace it. I mean, for a very simple reason is that, and there are various, I mean, if there is any important meeting, we can do it from the office. Yes, I mean, there is a hybrid model, but somebody who has joined as a part of academy batch, a fresher, is required to work from office from day one.
All right. So there are, okay, so Jagan has an interesting question. He says, we've been hearing about recession in the US. Is that going to impact your hiring plans?
No, not really. I think we have been in the market. I mean, as I said, more than 2 decades, and including our predecessors, right? So, healthcare again. I mean, we have been in the market, so I don't think we are much affected by that. We are still hiring. There's no hiring freeze. The hiring is still on. Yeah, few companies, maybe startups, we see some hiring freeze or layoffs there, but then we are on the rise, so I mean, we are hiring.
Right. So these requirements that you have, Neeraj, are they continuous, like on a quarterly basis or something? Is it an year-long process, the hiring?
Yes, we did have a particular number for this year. We may start another batch hiring again in August. For now, we had around a batch of 40 that we have hired so far in Pune and Hyderabad. But then, yes, we may start again. We are working on approvals from our leadership team.
All right. So Vikas, that is to answer your question. He has asked, so this boot camp that they have enrolled, Neeraj, this for 6 months. So the question is,
Okay.
after 6 months, will there still be vacancies at Cotiviti?
Yes, yes, yeah, it is ongoing, I would say.
Yeah.
Like on and off. I mean, we had a half yearly target, so we have hired that. We are working on getting approval or more numbers.
Great. So yes, Vikas, opportunities in Cotiviti will still be available when you complete your program. So Sonak wants to know if there are any on-site opportunities, Neeraj.
There are no on-sites for now. Like we may have maybe folks traveling on B1 if that is required, but currently no on-site opportunities here.
All right. Okay. Sunil, your question, do we have to work from home or office during the training period? I think Neeraj answered that. You have to be in the office during the training period. So I think we've answered most of those questions. So if finally, if a data science aspirant wants to get into Cotiviti, what would be your suggestions? What are the skills that they focus on? Any last parting words for our students?
I think there are a lot of case studies available online. You should go through it. You should build your I mean, the logic should be strong. I mean, whatever for simple example, if you are writing a SQL query, you should try to optimize the query as good as possible. But then, yes, work on understanding more case studies that you solve. I think that will give you more exposure in terms of understanding of the, I mean, you get to work on the tool as well as your understanding of the data and your problem solving skills. Yes, do work on your aptitude as well, because some things are just formula based. So I mean, if you have the formulas on it, that will also be helpful. But yes, go through various scenario based questions that is available. That should help you a lot.
Right. So also to add on to what Neeraj said, our students, all of you are working on multiple projects and multiple assignments. So in addition, like Neeraj said, you could also go through different case studies that are available on Google. But the projects that you're doing, I would suggest that you kind of try and work on the project in different ways. Not just to finish it and submit it on time, but also if you could experiment more with the projects and kind of explore with the same data sets, working on different solutions that will build your problem solving abilities, which Neeraj has been focusing on. So there was one question about how do we develop our problem solving skills. My take on that would be you can develop problem solving skills only when you solve more and more problems, because that's more of a mind thing, right? It's
Correct.
the way you train your mind to think. So the more problems you solve, the better you will get at problem solving skills. And these problems don't necessarily have to be technical Python SQL based problems. This can just be core logic application. That so problem solving is a mindset, right? It is not a formula that you put. It's not a code or syntax that you write. It's more of a mind thing. Neeraj, anything you'd like to add to that?
I think that's put very correctly. Yes. Again, if I have to learn Python or any syntax today, very easy thing would be to go on Google or learn through a course, right? But then yes, problem solving comes with solving more and more problems. Spend times on case studies and all those things that will help enhance your problem solving skills.
Right. How difficult are the aptitude tests, Neeraj?
This is I wouldn't say it is difficult. I think most of us uh, who are in their last semesters or something, they prepare for the aptitude test. So I would say it's moderate. I would not say it is something at a IIT level or NIT level, but yeah, it is moderate. It's not very easy though. It is at a moderate level.
Okay. Fair enough. Yes. So, any other questions? So Krishna, like Neeraj said, there is no particular thing that you have to have an engineering degree or anything like that. So if you're able to prove yourself in the aptitude and in the technical rounds, then Cotiviti will give you a chance. All right. Great. Thanks, Neeraj. Just to summarize whatever we have discussed, I think we have got a good understanding of Cotiviti. I would request all our students to go through the website of the company as well. There's a good amount of information about the different services offered and everything. We have our students also working there, so you can connect with them on LinkedIn if you want to ask about the work culture there. I think, like Neeraj said, students are doing really well there. So that can also give you good insights. So if you want to get into Cotiviti, guys, the thing is very simple. You have to have your logical abilities really strong. You have to have your problem solving skills really strong. Please practice on different case studies, work on different projects. Technology can be learned over time once you start working, but it's also very important that you develop these additional capabilities. Neeraj, thanks for helping us understand what the selection process is. So just to reiterate that, there's a aptitude round, a technical round, 2 face-to-face technical interviews, and then an HR round.
Correct.
That will help. And again, there are different roles. There's business analyst, there's data analyst, different roles that Cotiviti has. There is a data engineering wing as well. So there are multiple opportunities, and Cotiviti is a growing company. Recently, we had this huge office space that you've taken up in Hyderabad, which is very close to where Odin School is located in High Tech City. So if some of you are in Hyderabad, probably you can just drive around and see. Neeraj, right? You're right in High Tech City, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so the 2 floors right in High Tech City. So you can just drive around, see where the office is located. The feedback that we have received from our students who are working at Cotiviti has also been very, very positive. They are enjoying working at the company. They're very happy with the work culture. They're very happy with the kind of transparency that exists in the company. Very happy with the teams, the way they're being groomed to become really good data science professionals. So I think it's a very positive environment to work in. All you have to focus on is developing these technical competencies and logical abilities and crack that great career opportunity at Cotiviti. Thanks, Neeraj, for spending your time with us. Looking forward to a really long association and getting a lot more of Odin's grads placed in Cotiviti.
Same here, Shruti.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you, Shruti. Guys,
Thank
don't
you.
forget to share your feedback
sir.
on the LMS. And I have one more update. I have shared you a link in the chat. Please share your reviews on Google about Odin School. Okay. So we'll meet in the weekend session on Saturday. Thank you for joining this session. Bye bye. Good night.
Good night, everyone, and all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Guys, please share your feedback on the LMS. And please share your reviews on Google about Odin School. Thank you. Bye. I'm ending the session. Bye.